Today I welcome Thomas Sanlis on the show, so thanks for accepting my invitation.
Hey, Martin.
Thomas, if you should resume your path in 3 minutes, how you will do that?
In 3 minutes? Wow.
Yes. Yeah, you have a bit of time. I will take notes and then I will open back topic review to get deeper.
Okay, perfect. So in 3 minutes, I guess I can start with the fact that I did computer school in a few years back, maybe 5 years back in Paris. And I started doing some side projects during my studies. That's when UNIID was born, actually, 5 years ago. So it started, so it's my main side project. And it started as a simple directory for front-end developers. And I was adding one tool every day, one tool for front-end developers. And today, I live thanks to UNIID. So it's my main side project. And I also teach in school, like a few days per month, computer science too. And I'm way above the 3 minutes cap, but I don't really know what to say about me.
Way under. But what other project did you do in this meantime, like when you were in school?
Yeah, I started a lot of side projects, actually. I'm not sure to remember every one of them.
You know how many you did?
Maybe like 20.
Okay, yeah.
20 or 30 maybe.
You should do the same kind of tweet as everyone. It's like, oh, I made X number of project and only one succeed. It's like 99%.
Yeah, I should, but everyone would ask me where the project did go, and I really don't remember. So
okay. And why did you wait? So you started computer school. What was your aim like at the time? You wanted to be software engineer? You wanted to be indie already? You knew? You don't knew?
I didn't even know that indie hacker was a real job, you know. So yeah, I guess yeah, kind of. We can discuss it later, but I really think it is. But yeah, back then, I think I just wanted to be maybe a software engineer, or to be honest, okay. I think I didn't really know. No.
Yeah. And what made you start your project? Like, why did you create a project just for fun originally? Like, what was your motivation?
Just for fun. Actually, I remember the day I started to work on UNIID, and it was just because I saw a tweet talking about a new Vue.js framework called Nuxt.js.
No way.
And yeah, and I just wanted, to just test it right away, and I made a side project, just the thing that, I was thinking at the moment, and it was just a simple directory.
Okay, and you still use Nuxt.js now on UNIID?
Yeah. To be honest, I use the same stack every day for every project. Sorry.
Yeah.
And yeah, I never change.
Okay, what's the stack you use usually? So Nuxt for frontend.
Yeah, Nuxt for frontend, Supabase for the database, Tailwind for the CSS. And yeah, that's it. I use Bento also for emails and marketing and stuff.
So for now, it's 100% the same stack as me.
Yeah. Really?
Yes.
Yeah, that's the best stack ever.
Bento, I am switching to it this week. I switched the whole onboarding flow this week, and I'm going to switch the custom events probably next week because I didn't have time to finish that. But yeah, I'm starting to use Bento and enjoying it.
Yeah, it's an amazing tool. Frankly, I can't comprehend how it is a one-man side project, I think. And
it's main project, I think now, but yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, this guy, Jesse, is like crazy. Like I'm impressed by him, the ton of work, the ton of feature they have, even too much. Sometimes I'm like, what they are? I cannot comprehend even what the feature are in this project. There's so many things.
Yeah.
You can use do the chat even now. So many things. And yeah, he's just one guy. So sometimes it's a bit messy, I find, to find things, but otherwise I really love it. It's like super powerful and really made for developers, I find. Like, I mean, for me, a mix, like you can use as a developer, but also as a marketer. And it's not like, most of email tools are really developer, so you have no interface, everything is just API.
Yeah.
And for us, it doesn't make sense because like we need both. We're doing both jobs. So
Yeah, it's a perfect mix
yeah.
for us.
Yeah. And other tools are like super, like Mailchimp, for example, is you have an API, but I don't like it much, and it's a bit complex. And on other side, you have like very good tools for marketer, but then the price is for marketer as well.
Yeah, it's very expensive. Yeah, Mailchimp is
Yeah.
too expensive for me. Yeah, and I'm still discovering some features in Bento.
Yeah.
Actually, I think it was last week I discovered that you can add like a sort of chatbot for customer service in your website. Just with Bento, you just have to click on a button. That's
Add
it. You
enable. Yeah, I just saw that as well. So I was thinking to remove one of my solution. I use Chatwood, I think,
yeah
for which is open source. But right now, I really like it. Just the thing is, I have some data in Bento or Plunk. I was using Plunk before. Some data in Chatwood, and everything is a bit scattered. And I was like, it's too much tool. So I would like to have less tool and more centralized things. Then I can rely on, and also don't put my user data everywhere.
yeah.
So I try to do that the least possible. So that's why I think I will switch to the Bento chat to have it, to remove Chatwood.
We did
And
the same
maybe,
choices. I was using Plunk just before Bento too.
yeah,
Yeah.
same thing. Plunk's nice, but maybe now, since it's open source, it will move and improve, because right now he had so many issue in the UX. You click save, it doesn't save, or it load infinitely and stuff like that. It's super cheap, but it's too cheap, it make it cheap solution in a way.
Yeah.
So that's sad. I think he could like 10x the price, and I will be super happy, and it can build better quality of the software.
Yeah, I agree.
But yeah, that's the thing. And I wanted to talk about something, but I think I forgot. Okay, so question, like, let's go back to UNIID. So you made this directory just because, like, basically you wanted to discover Nuxt,
Yeah.
and like, how did the project like start to have users? Like, what did you do at the beginning to be like? But first, explain maybe what is UNIID, and then
Yeah,
and
so today Unit is like a competitor of Product Hunt. It's a
yeah,
launch platform for your product. So every day you can find on the homepage new products on the website. You also have a leaderboard for weekly, monthly, and yearly products. And you can also, just discover new products just by looking with their categories or tags and so on. And it's also now like some sort of community. I'm
yeah,
actually working on new features on the community side. But yeah, I also write reviews for product creators. Like you send me an access to your product, I test it a lot and write a complete review. So you can
yeah,
rank on Google with like your product name and
review.
the word ranking or review. Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. So for now, you do not even like comment section and stuff like that. It's just the product list, and that's it, compared to Product
Yeah.
Hunt where.
For now, that's it. Yeah.
Okay. And you never add a Discord or something for people to gather about UNIID?
No, I thought about it, but it already takes me a lot of time to just maintain and making the website evolves. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm not really a community guy. I know if I just created a Discord, I wouldn't be so active in it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm not sure this is a good idea for me right now, at least. But I'm thinking of a few community features for the website.
Okay. Like comments or stuff like that, or you don't want to talk about it?
There's already a way to leave comments on Uneed. You can just
Okay.
leave a comment regarding a specific tool or product.
Yeah.
But yeah, now I'm thinking about a community blog, like a bit like Indie Hackers,
Ah,
the official
yes.
website. Yeah, so the user would be able to post updates about their products or just, just blog posts for the community. But yeah, I'm
I
building
just
this
realized
feature right
you're
now.
also in a very good position to do like a trust pilot for like indie makers or startups kind.
Yeah, that's one of my goals actually. You can already review and rate products on Uneed,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's a feature that really need more work, It's not very visible on the website right now, and not so many users are actually rating and commenting the product, so I have to work on that.
I believe also something I never saw is because right now, when you're in a mobile app, you can rate the app and it go directly to the app store. But it could be nice to have like a Trustpilot kind of project where you can put the rating directly from the app. Instead of asking the user go to Trustpilot to register, he could go directly to his own app and your model made by UNIID, for example, and directly like put the rating in it, and you can get the email of the user, and he just like probably receive an email directly to confirm it was him, to don't have scam. Take notes.
Yeah. I should take notes. You're
But
giving me really great ideas. So
yeah, I
I
think
like it.
the integration could be very nice, and then you're in many websites. So
Yeah,
yeah,
plus I guess that would be more backlinks for Uneed. So
yes, exactly. Then you generate like a tiny code, we put the rating like Trustpilot, and then you
yeah,
have fucking insane SEO.
yeah.
Like
Okay, so man, you just
so
just
next
gave
week,
me a
yeah,
fantastic idea. So yeah,
I don't
yeah, I
know if it will
remember
work,
it.
but on the paper, it look amazing.
Yeah, totally.
Okay, and on the project, like you're trying to launch before having so. At the beginning, did you got some traction in UNIID or it didn't work out? What
No
was the story?
traction at all. Yeah,
Okay.
I was thinking about Uneed like a laboratory or a
Yeah, to
playground or
test.
just a test project, yeah, to test Nuxt and some SEO stuff. But yeah, no, it didn't have any traction at first. Then I launched it on Product Hunt, actually. And yeah, it started to get a bit of traction, but not so much.
Okay.
That's when I put a waiting line system. And
Ah,
yeah, I
yes.
started earning my first money online. And yeah, it begins to attract visitors and so on. So yeah, that was the beginning of what it is right now.
Okay. How much you making right now if you share? I don't know if you share.
Yeah, it depends of the month, but I'm between $1,500 per month and 2,000.
Okay. Yeah, that's start to be ramen profitable.
Yeah, it is.
And do you know how much you have costs? Like it's like nothing to cover as cost,
Yeah,
no?
it's actually my only expense now is bento.
Oh yeah?
No, I also pay for Supabase. I think
Yeah, the
maybe 20
25,
or
the
yeah,
basic plan.
25 or $30 per month plus 20. I think I'm at $70 per month. So yeah,
Ah,
100
you have
per
a lot of
month.
emails of people.
Yeah, yeah, the newsletter is
Yeah.
working great actually. So yeah, it's starting to be a bit expensive.
Okay. What was for you the game changer steps in Unit? Like it was product hunt? Did you are other things you saw that was really like changing it?
I think two things actually. Yeah, so maybe the product and launch at first, but I think Uneed really started to take off when I started to learn SEO actually. So
Okay.
yeah, I started to make a lot of PSEO pages,
Yeah,
like
programmatic SEO.
alternative, like alternative pages for every product and so on. And yeah, impressions on search engine starting
Ah, you're doing like
to increase.
alternative to, for example, my business Cap Go, and then you can see alternatives.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
Oh.
CapGo must have an alternative page on
Oh,
Uneed.
that's funny. I will have a check to see if it's well done. Because there are no much
Yeah.
concurrent of my business. So I wonder like what
Oops.
you could put in this page.
Honestly, that's just programmatic SEO. So yeah, you just find your competitors and yeah, your description, your image, and so on.
And you do that based on the current database of UNIID, or you really search on?
I just use UNIID database
Okay.
for now.
Oh yeah, so probably you have no concurrent then on UNIID.
Maybe. I'll take a look at CapGo alternative pages, but if you have not any concurrent on UNIID, you don't have an alternative pages, so.
Ah, that's why. Yeah, because mainly there are one guy which is a indie maker as well, but I'm not sure he didn't do any marketing around his alternative. He's like more in the documentation. He's very developer oriented, so I'm
Yeah.
not sure he's in UNIID or stuff like that. And the other one is a big corporate, so they're not in UNIID, I believe,
Yeah,
because
I think.
they don't. I'm not sure they even in product hunt. They don't understand this. So and they don't need, I think, because they target like corporate as well. So yeah, I believe it's not the thing. So making alternative page, yeah, that's interesting. I'm wondering, do you think for like a normal business is interesting to do like alternative page as well? It's
Yeah, I
worth for
think
you
so.
because you have a lot. Okay.
Yeah, you have to have some data to display and to use. But yeah, if you have a big database or just a lot of possibility to build pages, yeah, I really think it's a powerful tool to increase your impressions and clicks on search engines. So yeah, I think everyone should learn the basics of programmatic SEO.
I've done a tool with programmatic SEO, and basically, so CapGo is a plugin for capacitor apps. So basically, I made a scraper to scrap npm packages to find all the plugins were available on Earth about capacitor, and making a tiny page tutorial how to use the plugin, and rank it on Google. I
That's
have
a
like
great idea.
1,500, I think, page like that.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, that was cool, but at the beginning it didn't rank at all. And until I used from John Rush, I think, the index washer, and this
Yeah.
started to make like 200 people a day watching these pages before it was
Yeah.
zero, and then it started working.
Very good point. Yeah, I also used a tool like this. I think it was Tag Power. But I finally made my own script to do this.
I think I used your script you made the one for Bing, right? Or
Bing and Google actually.
yeah.
Tools like TagParrot and Index Pro and so on are not so complicated. You just you can just write a few lines of Python to send requests to Google API.
Yeah, I realized I could do like, it was GitHub action available, already pre-made. You just put your API key and it works. So I did that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But yeah. Okay, so SEO, like, very important for you. Like, do you do like pay ads? Did you try it?
I never tried. I'm not sure it would make a lot of sense to run pay ads for UNIID, as by nature the conversion rate is very low on the platform. And yeah, I don't think that would be worth it for me. But who knows? Maybe I should buy the Maker Ads guide by Nico, just to try Facebook ads
We'll
someday.
put it in the description with affiliate link.
Perfect.
Yeah, but I guess affiliate.
I think he does.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly, it does.
Yeah, definitely. I think ads will work when you have a like high revenue by user. Like you need to have double or triple, otherwise it doesn't make sense. But for the total of people visiting, by the number of people buying, then how much you convert. I think the one company who's doing that very well is AppSumo, because they do exceptional deals, and they got a lot of conversion for that. So they make shit tons of ads for product they got into the AppSumo.
Yeah. Actually, I also have some sort of deals system on UNIID. Like when you publish your product, you can offer some discount or coupon code to your users. But Yeah, I'm far from being AppSumo, but yeah, their business model is interesting, and yeah, I should take a look to improve.
Second feature, indie deals. You do like AppSumo, more fair for
Yeah,
indie
that would be
makers.
great. Yeah,
Yeah, it's a
that would
good
be great
business,
for SEO.
AppSumo. And it's more like marketing people are in it than developers or developer tools. There are some, but they have way less success. Like I have a friend who launched developer tools and it was like 10 times less than like a marketing tools. Like,
Mm.
for example, Guillaume Houbesch, who made, I forgot, what's the name? Lemlist and
Yeah,
Lempod. So basically, Lemlist is like an email marketing tool, and Lempod is like a community of people posting on LinkedIn, and everyone like each other post automatically. That is totally not okay for LinkedIn. So when he sold it, kind of got closed out very after. But yeah, he launched that, and that he made like I think 70K benefits on his pocket. I mean, after the launch. So that's he started the business like that. They were just developing without team, and then 70K. So that was a
well,
good
not
launch
bad
for them.
actually.
Yeah, but the thing is, AppSumo took 70%, so
Mm.
that's mean he made way more money. But 70% got for AppSumo, and he
Yeah,
just
yeah,
got
their
like
margin is
70K.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I lost the screen again. This is like so no notes. I'm a cappella right now. Okay, and so now you're making like a living or like a ramen profitable. You feel like you're living comfortably in France with this amount plus the school?
Yeah, yeah, plus the school. And that's a very important point. I couldn't live just with UNIID for now.
Okay.
But yeah, the school plus UNIID is enough for me. Of course, I'm always looking to increase my revenue, so
Do you have a target
I'm
with UNIID?
not really. Not how can I say that automate UNIID the most as possible. I really
Ah, yeah,
want
yeah.
this project to run on itself. Like I don't want to have to check it every day as I do right now. So yeah, everything I do these days is toward this goal of automate.
Oh, yeah. Last time I spoke with someone and I realized in French we have a different way to say it. I think it's
Automate.
automate. Yeah, it's automate
Sorry.
exactly. But it's like so hard.
Yeah.
Okay, so like yeah, your target like to be like free from it, and if you're like kind of passive on UNID, you're gonna launch other things. What's your goal? To just chill on the
Yeah.
beach?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That would be
yeah,
great.
chill on the beach.
But yeah, actually, I'm already working on some other side projects, but
Okay.
that's mainly because I get bored easily. So
Ah,
yeah,
yes.
from time to time, I just feel the need to switch from Uneed to another side project. So I launched Vue Developers a few months ago. It's a reverse job board for Vue developers. So the developers can create their profiles and the recruiters can just
Ah,
contact
nice.
them.
Directory again.
Yeah. Of course, I
Yeah, when
just
you
took
know
Unit.
what you're doing, yes.
Yeah, and actually, I work on this project for maybe 2 weeks, and that's it. I just yeah left it on the wild, and I made my first sale 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
So yeah, it motivated me again to work on
What do
that.
you sell on it?
A subscription monthly for recruiters to have access to every developer's contact
Nice.
information.
And what's the
So
pricing?
I think it's $100 per month or
Oh, nice.
$19 per month. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's
So that's great.
for scrapping all your
Um,
data all the time. That's good.
yeah, maybe. I don't know. I think they just send an email to every developers and that's it. But I'm also working on a new side project since yesterday.
Oh wow, it's very fresh. Do you want to talk about it, or the podcast will be out in a month or something? So you're like
Okay, so yeah, I think the project would already be finished if I have the courage to work on it. But yeah, for the story, I just bought boilerplates yesterday. Not
yeah.
3 boilerplates because I was curious to see, another person working on making a
Hmm.
SaaS with Nuxt, and I found a lot of interesting things and just wanted to try it,
Do your
to
own.
yeah, no, maybe at some
Eh?
point because I saw some mistakes too.
Yes,
That's
of
not
course.
today. But yeah,
Okay.
I just wanted to try it and build a side project around it. So I
Yeah,
started
I thought the
making.
side project was to make the boilerplate.
Yeah, no,
Your own.
maybe in the future though, but yeah, not right now. No, the side project actually is like simple SaaS to write a changelog for your product.
Oh, nice.
And that's it. A very simple SaaS, like maybe it would be
One
maybe
feature
$5 or
sauce.
$6 per month. But yeah.
No, that's very cool, man. Like right now in CapGo, for example, I had this problem. I set up like a commit conventional, and I have a auto CI/CD generating the change log. And I thought that was such a smart idea. And now I have a change log like weight 10 megabytes, and I'm like fucked. Each time I open it, everything lagged. No one use it anymore because you cannot open it, you cannot read it. I'm like,
Yeah, that's the issue. Yeah, yeah. I'm not sure actually I would build something around GitHub to make an automatic to automate the
yeah.
changelog. But yeah, I'll see what I can do. But I think it will be mainly manual, You have
Yeah,
to
yeah, but that's a
write a changelog.
difficult topic because like if you do it manual, then like people tend to have also like custom thing for it. So he has to like simplify the life of people, but not to
Mm.
automatize because you lower the quality of it. Like for me, it's like if you nail it, it's a very good product because like this is not easy to make it valuable for people.
Yeah, 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 I agree. I have to find the right balance for that.
Yeah. And so when you were able to quit your job, like when you started UNIID,
I think I didn't even took the decision to quit my job.
is the job quit you?
I kind of actually. I started freelancing just after my school,
Yeah.
and I just did 3 months in with a permanent contract in an agency in my city just to get an apartment actually.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
To have the papers. It's like,
yeah,
hey, I have a
that's it.
salary.
Exactly. But yeah,
Welcome
yeah,
to France.
yeah, that's it. That's a very complicated situation, but yeah, I have an apartment now, so that's better. But yeah, I started freelancing right after my school, and
Okay.
I stopped freelancing in January this year because my main customer has gone bankrupt.
Oh fuck.
So yeah, yeah, he was working in the real estate industry. So yeah, that's not a good
No.
industry to be in right now. So yeah, that was complicated for them. But yeah, since then I stopped doing freelancing and just living thanks to UNIID and teaching.
Okay. You teaching in the school you were a student or a different one?
No, a different one.
What's the name? Can you say?
Adatech School.
Ah,
They're
it's a
in
very nice
Paris
school.
and Nantes. Yeah, I love it. I really love my
Yeah,
days at the school, and the way of teaching is way more pragmatic and
yeah.
efficient.
Than you have
And
been.
the yeah, yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah, I love it.
Yeah, new IT school, I really love the way they were doing. Like I did Epitech and it was also kind of new way of learning and I really enjoyed. So that's
Yeah,
nice. Like I've seen some people going, I knew them and I go to Epitech who was like more private and different mindset and I saw them going to public university and they were like, yeah, we code on paper. I was like, what?
yeah.
What?
Yeah, I
What you
did
mean?
1 year at university, and yeah, that was the thing. I was writing code on paper, and
Ah, you did
That
as
was a
well? Oh
nightmare.
my God, I
Yeah,
don't
just for
understand.
1 year.
Like,
So that's totally crazy. I don't know if
yeah.
they're still doing that these days, but yeah, that was just.
Last time I hear that it was 3 years ago, so I bet probably.
Yeah. Ah, that sucks.
Yeah, but I don't know. I mean, for certain kind of thing, maybe like if you want to do an exam in certain kind and write only, rate only the logic of the person. So okay, you isolate this person from internet, then he's showing his own logic. But mainly everything, no. Like what the fuck, guys?
Yeah. Plus, even for exams, I had this debate with a friend a few weeks ago about should we, shut down the internet connection of a candidate when you're interviewing someone for like a
Mm-hmm.
software engineer job. And for me, it doesn't make
No.
sense at all. You have access to the internet all the time when you're working. So yeah, I don't get the objective, the goal of
Yeah, unless
coding
for
on
me,
paper.
it doesn't make sense for coding at all. Only if you want to discover the logic path of the person, like how
Yeah,
do we think? So you
yeah,
tell him, okay, we have this problem. You have a paper and a pen if you need, and you explain me how you will resolve it in your mind. Like what's your idea? How you take the problem? That is interesting. But that
yeah.
shouldn't be something like he should be compiling the code, writing the code on the paper and it should work, like if I forgot a fucking comma, your idea will tell you. So it's useless to
Yeah,
do that on the fucking paper. And
yeah, I agree.
yeah, so, but I saw, the only time I worked in my life, it was some kind of thing. So I had internet on the job interview, and one part we did more talking, and it was very nice because like I was just showing like how do I think, and I'm not just copy pasting how someone else thinks because sometimes in
Yeah,
developer you have to be
to
creative
think.
and have logic. So it's important to
Yeah.
also know the person is not like if he doesn't find it on Stack Overflow, he's stuck. Because that has happened to me sometimes. Like some
Yeah,
developers I
yeah.
work with, they're like, hey, there are no solution. Like, what do you mean? Yeah, you didn't find on Stack Overflow. Yeah, okay, this is two different things.
Yeah, yeah,
Like, for example, what I did with Capgo, it doesn't exist, like the only company was doing that. It was closed source and super hidden. You have no way to do it, and no other person in the world were doing what I wanted to do. So I had to invent it and create it and find
yeah.
people on internet help me to understand the shit I was doing because it was the first time I was doing like native code and stuff like that. So for
Oh,
this, you need like these kind of competencies to be like really thinking outside the box. And
yeah,
yeah, some very important, I think, as a developer. But yeah, sometimes people are very good developer, but don't have these skills, and I find it like super hard to. I don't know. It's like yeah, missing piece. Like when I was like team leader, when someone was not like that, I was like kind of useless. I give you a task, and then of course there's something unexpected happen, and I have to come to help you all the time. And that was not my. Something I like when you're team leader is more like make people discover new thing or new way of thinking they didn't knew, or like, but just like give them like, hey, look, did you look there? Oh no.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah. Yeah, you have to have the right mindset to be a developer.
yeah. In the school, you see that. Like I was teacher like you at one point, and you see that often. At the beginning of people are like, "Hey, teacher, what's the solution?" No, I think you don't understand. You have to
Yeah,
fucking search it.
we have this rule at the school I'm working on.
Yeah.
We shouldn't give the answer. Yeah, and at the beginning of the year for students, it's very difficult, to accept the fact that we're not going to giving them the answer, and they have to search for it. And
Yeah.
yeah, it's not very natural for a lot of people. But yeah, that's something you have to work on if you if you want to be developer.
When I was a teacher, I made a process in the school where I was, and they hated me for that, but that worked so well. I told them, okay, if you have a question, first you ask Google. If Google didn't answer well, ask again because you probably didn't ask correctly. If you didn't manage to find a solution, then ask the person next to you. All right. And if it doesn't answer, ask left. And after that, try to ask Google again, because maybe with the discussion you will have better question. And if still don't find, write me a Slack message, and once a day I will answer them.
So that's great. Basically, you don't have to work anymore. So.
Yeah, I was doing other things with them. I was inspiring them, helping them to work together, because in the school it was super important to work together as a team. So I would spend a lot of time making work together. And also I pushed them to make them help each other. I told them, like, as a class, like the slowest is the one who slow everyone. So if you help the one who are slow, then the school will, like, you will push everyone up. So instead of asking me to help him, go to help him. And if you know to teach, that's mean you're mastering your craft. So I really remove myself from the from the class.
Yeah, I'm sure you're a great teacher. You know, we kind of do the same at the school. But yeah. Mainly, I think I spend most time, doing psychology and helping them working than doing actual development. So yeah, that's pretty interesting.
Yeah, I was kind of doing the same, because, like, showing them how to code is not really helping. Most of you need to learn as a developer is to be an autonomous person, is change your mindset from school, where everything is provided to you, to something nothing will be provided to you ever, because everything fucking changes all the time in a world. So if you worry someone teaching you how to use the next version of Vue, you're fucked.
Yeah.
It costs you so much.
Yeah. Do you want to teach at my school? You have to move in Nantes, so.
Yeah, no, that's the problem. I really love teaching, but right now I was teaching near to Nantes. By the way, I was teaching in La Loupe. Maybe you know, it's the first wild code school was there. So I moved there from Paris to just go teaching, and I really enjoyed it. But the thing is, it takes a lot of time, and I like my freedom. You know, I like to wake up whenever I want and stuff like that. Yeah. So when you have school, it's different. But here in Madeira, if I had the opportunity to teach like once a week a bit to help locals child believe they can do something with their life, because right now here, most of people feeling, for long Madeira was seen as the island for retirement people.
Yeah.
So there are no opportunity, nothing, no job. So most of Portuguese people, when they end up like primary school, they go to mainland to find a job or study more. And they hope to come back at one point, but never can because they got a job abroad and blah, blah, blah. And so they have all this mindset. There are no much opportunity here. There are many digital nomads like me. They went or stayed now. And we want to show them you don't need to leave this little paradise. You can do everything online. You can learn online. You can get to school online. You can get a job online and still live in fucking paradise. And when we go to school to tell them that, they say, okay, but this is temporary. Like, you cannot like make a living from internet. It's just like a side gig. You can get like 1,000, 2,000, or I don't know, a year, and then you will die. It's like scam. I was like, oh my god.
Okay, so next step, to do there. You have to open a school in Madeira.
We're thinking
an indie hacking school.
We're thinking to do a school here for coding, but everything is like so slow. The state are like so behind in many ways. So we're working on that, because I am an NGO in Madeira, where we try to integrate like nomads and expats into the communities, because we don't want to have a clash and people feel like we're stealing their land and stuff like that. We want them to also benefit from that. So that's why we go to school and stuff like that. But man, it's like terribly slow to bring this. But I would love to, like, I love teaching. I know other French people who love teaching here in the island, so it would be like so nice to give back, for all this beautiful island who is giving us so much.
Yeah. Opening your own school must be rewarding, but also very challenging.
Yeah, no, I think I will be like good at coming once a week or twice a week to like give some kind of mindset things and like how I do things and stuff like that. Like, be full time there. I've been working in the school, and I know it's like from morning to night, it's full time job. Every student has always a question, something. They feel bad. They feel like a piece of shit. They cannot code. They're like wondering why they are in this school. And you're like, dude, you can do it. you're good at it. And then
we
5
live
minutes
we live
later,
the same thing.
yeah, and 5 minutes later, he totally forgot that. And he's like, oh no, I'm a piece of shit again because he find a bug. And you're like, yeah, that will be your life. Bug after bug after bug. But you have to enjoy it.
Yeah, you have to find a way to enjoy it. Yeah. I think, I don't know about you, but I find teaching days very exhausting. After a day at the school, I'm just tired and I just want to eat and go to bed, But
Yeah.
1 or 2 days per week, I just love it. I'm tired in the evening, okay, but
Yeah.
the day after, I feel, motivated, energized, just by seeing some people, helping some people. Yeah, I just had projects where making enough money for me to live on. I don't think I would stop teaching. So
Yeah. Yeah, for me, I will go back to that because it's very nice to like help other people, see also where you come from. I think because sometimes you forgot like how much what you do is hard for many people, because you're doing it every day. And then you come back to beginners and you're like, what the fuck? Yeah, this is hard to understand. Like how to explain that
yeah,
to someone. And yeah. For me, the most funny part teaching was because in the school we were having students from 18 years old to 52.
yeah,
And the oldest, the better, because they don't believe it. They look at you like, what this young guy is going to teach me. So you can do all best speech you want. Every 5 minutes they forgot about it and like, no, I'm going to lose my time here. This is not how I should learn and stuff like that. They are really like this mental thing coming over and over. And the guy, one of them, he was super good at coding and he couldn't like believe in himself. And I was so sad for that. Like the guy's so good. And he was like, no, I don't know. I don't know. I don't understand. I'm like, dude, you're like one of the best in the class. What you talking about? He's like, okay, you're right. And then 2 minutes later, no, I'm bad. And he quit. He quit like he was good at it and he quit and got back to his job. And I was like, it's just mindset.
That's so frustrating. That's also the main difficulty my students are facing, lack of confidence, and that's something really, really complicated to work on. But yeah, it can be very frustrating to see someone who's great at coding and it just doesn't have confidence. Yeah, that can work without confidence. So
yeah, no, definitely. The thing is, and it's the same for indie maker, I think, is like you are alone in this, and more you go like already developer is kind of a lonely job, and you're gonna just ask Google all the time and Stack Overflow all the time, and you have to really have good, like you have to love yourself enough to believe that works, and to believe in yourself every day, and the same with like indie makers, like that I just posted that today is like most of people will fail not because like they are bad, but because they abandon. That's the way you fail. You only fail when you abandon something. And in indie maker, this is just a matter of time and luck. And you will get better with time, and you have to do it long enough that you get lucky.
Yeah. I think that's the ultimate confidence test.
Yeah.
You really have to believe in yourself if you want to make it. So. Yeah, indie hacking is next level. Confidence wise.
But I think often something we do is like we are too harsh on ourselves. Like you're like you have to understand it and make it in 2 days. Or in 1 week or whatever. Like be fucking patient. Like life is a passion game, and you have to be patient on everything. Everything take eternity, and the better at being patient, the better at everything you will be.
Yeah,
because like
exactly.
you're not becoming like a fit person in a day, the same way, and so everything you're doing takes time. It takes like years, and it's okay. It's just
that's
like
something very complicated, to see because of social media, like on Twitter. You see on your timeline just successful people making shit tons of money every day, and you just have to accept it and realize that they're not where they're at today because they work just for a week or a month or even just a year, but no, they work for many years to get there. So it's not easy to understand and to accept, but I really think it's very important if you want to be an indie hacker.
Yeah, I should recommend more, because Mark Lou is like a lot criticized lately because he managed to make very good money, and everyone is like pissing on him where before everyone was loving him because he was not making money. And I got him in the podcast. He was making 1,000 a month. He was like fucking doing the minimum spend possible, spending nothing. I told him, hey, let's go to restaurants. Like, no, man, I have budget to to think. I was in Bali with him, and he was like, I cannot go like too much out and stuff like that because I have budget. Otherwise I burn my savings. And it was savings he got from inheritance, so he didn't wanted to spending just doing live. And I was like, yeah, okay. And we did the podcast. So we talked about, he was super enthusiastic about what he was doing and trying his best and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, super hardworking guy, like a hard routine. Like he wake up every day early, go to 3 hours sport, doing surf, and then work without phone and just read. And it's like fucking machine every day. And the guy, I saw him and he was like not having any success, He was like having a good life. He was happy, but no success. I was like, wow, man, that's impressive. And then he got successful, and I was like, wow, man, you deserve it. I saw the work. I saw what you're doing. You fucking deserve it. And then people are like, the guy got lucky, or he's just selling shove. Okay, come on, guys. I think you should see the
really
behind.
Deserves it. Yeah, I follow him on Twitter since maybe 3 or 4 years, and I saw the hard work he was putting every day, making dozens of side projects every year. So yeah, he totally deserves it. But that's something a bit scary, I think, that from the moment you start to have some success, you gonna have some haters on the internet, and
it's me you're doing the right direction. Piece of people.
But I find it scary, honestly, because I know that I'm not very resistant to people shitting on me on the internet. I saw that a few times already on Twitter when I had a tweet who made some kind of buzz. Yeah. That's one of them.
Man.
I think that was the worst.
you got so many, I mean, it was like you know the expression in French, t'as tendu le bâton pour te faire battre.
Totally.
It's like you give the stick to get beaten, because there's so many people cheating already on Vercel because you shouldn't use that. You should host yourself everything and reinvent the wheel and blah blah blah. And so you got a big bid in Vercel, and then everyone was like, yeah, you should have self-host, we told you. First,
totally.
do something that works, and then later you manage other problem. Okay, one problem at a time.
That was a really an awful shitstorm, but I knew I have to do it if I wanted to be refunded. So I just push it for a month actually. And it worked finally, but. That wasn't easy. I know I had to take a few days off without a computer and without checking Twitter, because that's just so frustrating to read dozens of comments every day from people who didn't understand anything about your situation, or people just want to just hate on you, and
I mean, this is crazy, but the problem is even if you want to make views on Twitter, LinkedIn, and whatever, you have to be polarized. You have to polarize the people. This is the way this machine works. Otherwise, you make no view. No one's scared. If people start to look at it because they get angry or they get happy, and because they feel that you're on the same team or against them, then you got views and you got comments, and So it's a kind of the game. So otherwise, if you want success, you have to be hidden success, and then maybe you will not get hate, or maybe at one point you're gonna get visible for something you didn't decide. It will be the same anyway.
You have to provoke some emotions to have some success on social media. That's exactly what I really don't like about social media. I really think I'm not a social media guy, I use them every day because of indie hacking and because I just love seeing other people work and success. But I don't like No, just reading the replies, spending hours per day on Twitter. Yeah, that's not my thing.
Yeah, definitely. For me, which is cool, is like when you do the podcast, you meet a lot of people in real, so you can make real friendships. So it's more seeing the news of my friend now on Twitter and just like trying to share my thought and stuff like that, because I'm not like thinking the same way like everyone. For example, on mobile apps, you don't need to do fucking natives. If you believe that you're just a fucking developer, you're not an entrepreneur, it's fine, but just don't try to make apps. And this kind of opinion, is like, I believe that can help people, but otherwise, yeah, I'm not like so much social media. I don't have like Snapchat anymore, Instagram anymore, Facebook. I have nothing. The only app I have is for messaging is Beeper, because I have all my messaging coming in one place, which is amazing. And I can block also many conversations I don't want to see them. So my Beeper is always empty mostly, and that's like make me so much peace. Same with mailbox and stuff like that. I block everyone all the time. I do the same even on Twitter. Twitter, I block so many people. It's like insane.
Yeah, me too.
Because
Me too. My blocking list is, I don't know how many people are in my blocking list, but
yeah, and
thousands
if I
of
blocked
them.
you, I'm sorry. It's just like I do want to see certain things, and some others, like for example politics, I don't care.
Yeah.
Like yeah, and I have a minimum amount. There are a good book about that. I don't remember the name, but you say you have a number give a fuck by day you can give, and the rest you cannot give a fuck.
Yeah,
So
totally.
so
I can relate.
it's out of my give a fuck list. Politics
Yeah, I
stuff.
can understand. I'm the same actually. I just have Twitter and WhatsApp for friends and family, but that's it. I don't have Instagram, Facebook, or so on, TikTok or whatsoever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just don't like the noise.
Funnily, TikTok, I'm trying to reconnect to my account because I created an account for the French podcast, and now I want to do the same in English to post the short. And I try to do it from the desktop because I don't want to have the app on my phone. And each time I connect, it say too many attempts. I'm like, it's the first time I try. It's like, what the fuck, guys? And I saw this is a common bug, and people say, yeah, if I use the app, it's fine, but not the desktop. It's like very made against this desktop. It's crazy.
Yeah, they don't want you to use TikTok on desktop, like Instagram.
Because of course you
think.
don't put notification, it's less addictive and stuff
Yeah.
like that. But fuck off, I don't want to be addicted to your shit. I have other shit to do.
Yeah, I really have to create an account on TikTok for UNIID too. But yeah, I'm just procrastinating on this.
Yeah, no, that's so hard. But what I'm doing right now is, I think I will go more on that, is for the podcast, I'm paying someone to do the short, and I'm paying him to post himself, he schedule himself, he do everything himself. So I think I will do the same with TikTok, and I will tell him, okay, you create the account yourself, you just give me the login, but I never go connect on it.
Yeah, that's a great idea. Yeah, I should do something like that for UNIID, just hiring someone to handle all the social media part, the communication and so on.
Yeah, on Fiverr you have, I think for one short a day, I pay like 300 euro on Fiverr.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, I could afford that with UNIID. So yeah, maybe I think about that.
Yeah, especially now since there are a lot of IA tool, and you tell the guy, yeah, use IA, you don't care, like do the job the fastest possible and the best quality. And funnily, like on Fiverr, it's a lot of people from, I don't know, Philippines or Pakistan and stuff like that, and they are not really much entrepreneur mindset as we are, like very autonomous people. And so when we talk with them, they are like asking you many questions, and I like it took me each time I work with someone, I don't know, a week or a month, something, to tell him, listen, I don't care about what you're doing. The goal is like you're doing and you improve each time. Like if the video is good or not, it's not my problem. Like post it. If you do good start, continue this way. If it doesn't do good start, you improve. This is your own job and you pay for that and you're owning it. Like I'm not involved in it. You can just report to me sometimes like how things are going, but I don't care to watch your video. This is not my job. This is yours. And the guy's like, huh? Okay. I'm not telling you to do good or bad jobs. The numbers will tell. That's your job. Make the numbers grow. Like, okay.
Yeah, I should do that. I think you're right. So, yeah.
But I mean, I think for me, if you were like looking at my, like you pay me to do code and you look at my code all the time and critique things, I'm like, what the fuck, man? It's like, let me do my job. I know my job, you do your job.
Yeah,
And
totally.
and so I don't understand like why they have this mindset of like I think it's because maybe it's visual, their work is visual, so the people can have an opinion, but I don't believe my opinion makes sense. Even I've made many videos in my past, like he's fucking do that every day. His opinion counts more than mine. It's like, yeah, but
Yeah, I think
anyway,
many, maybe many of their clients are just, control freak and just want to check their work every time. And yeah, that happened a lot in the freelance game. So
yeah, but I think you're going nowhere if your business you like keep controlling freaking
yeah,
everything. Like you need to delegate and be good at that.
yeah,
Push people to be the best version of themselves. That's the way you're gonna improve. Because if you just push people to copy what you want, they will have always to talk with you to know
yeah,
what you want because your mindset evolve all the time.
yeah. In the end, you're losing a lot of time. So yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
and you do
Learning to
meetings
delegate,
over and
it's
over.
yeah,
Okay, man. I think we did like a good turn around everything. I think we could go to my finishing question, if you want to.
yeah,
Do you had something you will have wished someone told you before you started?
yeah. It will take
Don't use Vercel.
it. Actually, yeah, two things. Don't use Vercel. And yeah, I think I wish someone could have told me that it will take years.
Ah, yes, yes. But this, it's like I think each time I ask this question, most of recommendation are something you probably hear, like
Yeah,
someone probably around have told you it takes eternity,
yeah,
but you're like, nope,
yeah.
nope,
But
nope,
you don't
no.
listen. You don't listen people when you're starting.
Yeah,
So
it's like, let's look this
yeah,
guy who is super successful
exactly.
and got so much luck. Better.
Yeah. Everyone told you a lot of good advice on social media and so on, but yeah, when you're starting out, you never listen to anyone.
Yeah, for me, one good example is in France. We had one guy was making so many videos now. He's like controversial. He's like Oussama Amar, but I think he made such a great job to educate like people about startup world, how to grow great company and stuff like that. Outside of the shit he did personally with his investor, and he made a very good job. But I saw so many of his video, and he still did many mistakes. Was said in the video, "This is a mistake. Don't do it."
Yeah,
And I was like,
yeah.
all
You
in.
can't. Yeah, you can't just believe, someone
Yeah, you
when
have to
you
try.
didn't have. Yeah, you have to try yourself and yeah, fail yourself. I think that's the only way to
Yeah,
learn.
that's exactly why I believe the idea of Mark and Pieter and other things like go fast, do shit, throw
Yeah,
it on the wall, see the shit you've done because you're a piece of shit at the beginning. We all agree on that. Later on, you will see you were very bad at it on everything you have
yeah,
done. You were making super stupid choice, so make it faster, and then you will go to the nice part faster.
yeah. I wish I could I would have understood that at the beginning. Yeah, I think that the best advice you can give to someone who's starting in the hacking game.
Yeah. Definitely. On your journey of indie making, like what was your biggest success for you? Is like Uneed or your other success you find like very very great? This is for the short.
Definitely you need.
Uneed, okay, yeah, and it's
Yeah,
like
yeah,
now like making like 2,000 a month.
yeah. That's it. Yeah, that's a relatively small success for now, but I'm proud of it because honestly, I don't work a lot on Unid.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just worked on it for years and never gave up. But that's it.
And which is cool. I think it's something we often forget is like it's not like a progressive like linear. It's often like crazier and crazier.
Yeah,
So
yeah, and
now,
you have ups, of course, but you have
yeah,
downs too.
also
So
also. But if you look like if you unzoom, usually like
yeah. If you look at the
it's
big picture,
yeah the big
yeah,
picture. Like for example, like last year I was like so it took me a year something to reach 1,500, and then I got a big client 12,000 a month. I was like, oh, amazing. And then next month, 3 months after, he churned because he was too big for me. I couldn't handle it. Like he broke everything in the product.
Oh yeah, I saw your tweet about that. That must have been a
and
nightmare.
then I lost many clients also because he was breaking everything. So I went like 500 down, like at 1,000 again after he left. I was like, oh. But now, if you look, like I'm not still at 12,000, but I will beat it at one point.
Yeah,
And,
I'm sure you will. Slowly, but still.
Yeah, it takes time. But now, like it took me 1 year something to do 1,000, and last month I did 1,000 more. It's like insane the difference.
Yeah.
And things accelerate so bad. Like I was like, what the fuck is happening? Like,
yeah, actually,
and you didn't feel you did anything. It's like same. Like
yeah. I'm living the same with Uneed. Where revenue grows very slowly, but when I look at the big picture, I realize that traffic is growing very quickly, for me at least. And yeah, revenue is growing, but just it's just slow. You just have to be patient.
Yeah, it will convert, and then when you see, like, for example, you're growing like 6%, 10% a month, and then at the end, like 10% when you're like making 10,000 is 1,000 months. You're like,
Yeah.
ah.
We should say it like that. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's so cool. It's so cool, like to see the difference between like the beginning and after a few years, but it takes a bit of time. But yeah, do you have a quote, something you like to repeat yourself to help you keep going?
I'm not really a quote guy. I don't
Sometimes it's a stupid sentence, and it's not even like from a famous guy. It's like from your dad, your friend, your family, yourself.
This my wallpaper on my screen is think less, do more.
That's a good one.
So yeah, I guess it resonates a bit. So yeah, I'm going to this one.
That's funny. At one point, I was when I was like earlier in my journey, I was making plans, thinking how we'll do that, do like graphics, to do architecture for tech and stuff like that. No, I'm just like trying the dumbest, the happiest I am. Like, and I am working with an intern, and sometimes it's like, no, we need to think about it. Like, no, do dumb as fuck.
Yeah,
like it's even like broken in security, whatever. Do it. If it works for client, they use it. We're gonna rethink about it anyway. So.
Yeah, honestly, in the hacking, the more experience you have, the more dumb thing you.
Yeah. And it doesn't mean you're gonna keep it like that, It's just like you want to see if that has an impact on your business or not, because you cannot afford to spend like 3 weeks working on a shit that doesn't have any impact. So like throw it fast, like without fucking security, even if you, like me, certain things. I say it's beta to users, it's fine, like, and I checked, and we see, and that's okay. If things
I do
doesn't
the
stick,
same with Uneed. Every time I release a feature, it's full of bugs, and I just want to try it, and if it works, okay, I fix the bugs and work on it harder, but if it doesn't work, I just remove it, and I didn't waste a lot of time. So, but that's something really difficult to understand when you're starting to be an indie hacker. So experience.
I think also something we forgot is often when we start indie makers or indie making, it's because we want to do a side project because we're kind of fed up by the current job where you cannot do what you want. Choose the tech you want, choose the things you want, do it the way you want. So then you're like, oh yeah, I will use these nice techs. I will not have this fucking legacy to take care of and stuff like that. So you're like doing the best possible. And then you realize you didn't make yourself a gift.
Exactly. Yeah. I started Uneed exactly that way, just to test the framework, because I was bored at my internship. So yeah.
Exactly, like so much stories of people. Okay, what who should be next after you in this podcast?
You know what? I've been on another podcast a few weeks ago, and I would love to just to have the author of this podcast on your podcast,
Okay.
And I remember the first name of the guy is Toby, but I don't remember his last name, so let me just check.
What's the name of the podcast?
Code and Conquer.
Ah, nice.
Yeah. So yeah, the creator of Code and Conquer, he seems very interesting, you know. He has a lot to say, and
Okay.
I don't think I ever saw him on a podcast. So
As
yeah,
a
that would be
guest?
great.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If you give me his contact on private after, I can contact him. And I
yeah,
will ask him.
of course. I will.
Okay, so two more things. First, if you have listened the podcast until now, thank you for that. I hope you enjoyed. And if you enjoy, send me a text, send me a message, DM me or DM Thomas. You can ask questions, talk about more. Like the goal is to create a community and talk to each other and like help each other. So you can do that. And otherwise, I tell you like see you next time. And we have one more question for you. Is where do we send people who wants to know more about you?
You can just go to my Twitter account. Just type Thomas Sanlis on Twitter and you'll find me.
Will be on the description of the podcast and section link. Thank you a lot. Bye bye.